Previously on the Traveller's Tale.
No, you're not getting your stuff. Get off.
Meet our traveller, Dan Argabellaton, or just Argsy for short.
Excuse me, do you need help?
Oh, sorry, you startled me.
Manning's Transport, looking for local delivery drivers.
What is it?
Saw the ad looking for local delivery drivers. Well, I'm your man.
7 a.m. tomorrow. Don't be late.
Oh no, I've slipped in.
You're late.
Running late. Has our friend messed up his first chance at his new job? Or does Mr. Manning have a few kind bones in his body?
You're late. I knew I couldn't rely on you.
No, I'm not. It's 6:59 a.m.
Had to get your watch checked. It's 7:01 a.m. by mine, and I'm always right.
Well, I'll double check and get it adjusted if I need to.
Oh, that's enough of that. Let's get to it. What's your name again?
The name's Dan. Dan Argabellaton. But most people just call me Argsy.
All right then, Daniel. I've got a list of jobs for you.
It's just Dan.
What was that?
Oh, nothing. Carry on.
Right, let's head around the back. I'll show you around the yard, and we've got some things out there to go and do. Follow me. Now let's get one thing straight. Don't think you are getting straight into any big rigs. You've got to prove yourself around here first. This here truck, it needs a good clean. There's an excavator around the corner which also needs a good wash down. And once you've done that, there's a pile of stones down the end which needs to go into the trailer.
Well, do I get to drive anything?
Let's see how you go on those jobs first. Then we'll see about you driving something. Juan will move the excavator over near the pressure washer. Juan, come and meet the new guy, Daniel.
Hope you last longer than the last guy did.
What happened to him?
No one knows. He just didn't turn up for work. Never heard from him again.
Better off without him around here anyway. Was sticking his nose in places that wasn't wanted.
Yeah, something was a bit off with him, that's for sure.
Well, I'm not paying you to stand around here, Daniel. The truck's not going to clean itself.
Pressure washer's over there. I'll go and bring the excavator.
Well, I reckon if we left it out here in the rain, it would clean itself, but Mr. Manning's asked us to give this a wash, so we will do that. Pressure washer just here. I think Juan's gone to get the Volvo. I think the excavator was around the other side, but this shouldn't take us too long. Might even see if we can give it a bit of a vacuum off. This is it's a nice truck. What is it here? Old Ford. Get too far away. Ford 850 Super Duty. Oh, there we go. There's Juan with the excavator. And, oh, it looks like we've got a driver coming in at the same time. Look at that. You going to get past? It's a pretty tight yard, gotta admit. No, he's not going to get past. That's right. I'm sure Juan can move that just a little bit further forward, and we'll just see what we can do. But look at that. Roll belt. New Hollands. Wonder where they're off to. We might find out. Don't want to be too noisy, though. Don't want to be too nosy. I'm just going to crack into this. I've got to get this all cleaned off. Hopefully get to drive this little Ford. It's a nice little truck. Look at that. Get rid of all the mud. Look at what's underneath. Beautiful. I'm sure there'll be a vacuum cleaner or something somewhere on the inside. So let's go and see if we can give the inside a good clean off and just make a good job of this, Mr. Manning. He will be very impressed. I'm sure he will. We get the number plate there all nice and clean. Perfect. Alright, oh, we'll get Juan. If he just goes forward a little bit more, he might be able to get that truck past. Here we go. Right, he was just waiting for us to finish that off, so we'll let him go back to his jobs, and we will carry on doing what we're doing. Well, we're just finishing off in here inside. I managed to find some cloths. We've given the glass a good clean down, all the dash and everything like that, given that a good wipe. Got the vacuum cleaner out and cleaned off all the upholstery and everything else in here. It was safe. I know it's raining and have electrical devices outside, but I'm pretty sure it was safe. It was plugged in through a circuit breaker, and it was a wet and dry vac, so I'm pretty sure it was okay. I'm still alive, so I'm not going to complain too much. Be nice to be able to drive it though. It would have been nice to be able to take it inside, but we've got to earn Mr. Manning's respect. Got to earn his trust, so we'll just be a little bit careful about driving anything without his permission. We'll leave the Volvo there. I'm sure Juan will come out and put that away at some stage. I did have a quick chat to the driver of the truck. He was heading off upstate with those 3 balers. They were going to a dairy farm up there that does a lot of their own silage work, a lot of straw. Actually, they bale for bedding as well, so they go in and bale up the straw on other farmers' farms. Otherwise, it would have just been gone to waste and worked back into the soil. But they take that up, and that's what they do with that. So our next job, we were going to head down this way. There's a pile of stones down here, and there is a little trailer. So we'll go and see about getting that all loaded up. It's like these must be the main grain hauling setup Mr. Manning has here. A couple of nice Macs with the trailers there. That'd be fun to drive. Get up into one of the big farms on the other side of the river, and we could go and haul some grain. Fingers crossed. Let's just be on our best behaviour. Get ourselves a chance to do that. Nice little excavator, that'd come in handy. Lots of things around here, lots of things to see. But here's the trailer. I think here is our spade or shovel that we are going to have to use to pick this all up. So let's go and see if we can go and get some in here. Tell you what, this weather is not very nice. Thought it was going to be nice this time of year, but certainly not that nice being outside here in it. But you got to do what you got to do, right? You got to do what you got to do to keep the boss happy. Well, there we go. Oh. Dropped it. Oh, there's a lot of weight on there with all those stones. Can't even pick it up. What was going on with this? Alright, there we are. Managed to get it picked up. Let's see if we can get it twisted in. Dump some into this trailer. Here we go. Here's the first lot. This is a pretty big pile. It's going to take us a wee while. Carry on. We'll get into it. See how we go. Can't expect to get the good jobs on your very first day in the job, that's for sure. And after turning up and arriving a little bit late, certainly don't want to be going and making any more mistakes. Oh gosh, this is taking some time. I'm out of shape for this kind of work. The spade is taking forever as well. I wonder, do you reckon they'd notice if we did try and use the excavator? Just the little one. I'm not talking about the big Volvo, but how much quicker would that be? I know Mr. Manning's gone out. He's not here. Juan's busy inside doing something. It's raining. There's a bit of thunder around. Surely he's not going to hear. Let's just have a look. Keys are in it. If we can start it. Yep. Working. Oh, look at this. This is going to make it so much quicker. Let's just get spun around here. Jeez, oh gosh, oh no. Oh no, that is not good. That is not good. Oh goodness. Let's just put this back where it was. I'm going to have to tidy that up now. Oh no, this is, I'm going to get in some big trouble. Alright, let's go and tidy this mess up.
What the hell happened here?
Oh, Juan, gosh, you gave me a fright. I was trying to get these stones all loaded up faster. Wanted to make a good impression, but you know, I had a little bit of an accident.
You idiot! Consider yourself lucky that Mr. Manning isn't here. You'd be out that gate with a size 12 up your backside. I'll be level with you. You seem like a decent chap. I could use a hand around here, but don't need you going and stuffing it up on your first day.
Oh, thanks, Juan. I owe you one for this.
You certainly do. Now I'll tidy these up. You get back to loading the stones.
Yeah, we'll do.
And use the shovel.
Well, I think we've dodged a bullet there. That was a little bit silly. Should have just carried on doing it. I've been saying all along, we need to make a good impression, and that is not the way to make a good impression. Luckily, Juan seems to have our back. He seems like a good chap. Might need him around here. Alright, this spade, it might be cursed, but we're going to carry on. We'll get this whole trailer loaded up. I don't even know why he needs to load it up. Why couldn't he use the excavator himself? Don't know. Anyhow, we've been asked to do something, we need to do it. Let's get this finished off. We'll go and have a chat to Juan. see what we might be able to do next. Well, that's the trailer full. Can't quite get all the stones in there. I'd love to be able to overfill it, but the tyres are starting to look a little bit flat, and I don't want to go and break it or anything like that. Don't even know what he wants the stones for, where they've come from. Probably one of the jobs I've been working on, and he's had to dump a truck out here or something before it went out to the next one. So we'll leave that there. Let's go and find Juan. He did a great job. There's a little skid steer they used, and he brought that out here and managed to get those all stacked up pretty much exactly how they were beforehand. Certainly learnt my lesson there. If you're not asked to drive something, don't. Clumsy that was. Right, let's go inside. Let's go and find Juan and have a little bit more of a chat to him. Not sure what we've got lined up for us next, but let's go and see. Well, that's me all done out there, Juan. Thanks again for coming and giving us a hand, and for not saying anything to Mr. Manning. I really do appreciate it. Want to show me around in here a little bit?
Sure. Then here, if you ever get trusted to do deliveries, you'll load up and take things out. We have a lot of different businesses on both sides of the river we supply. Now, what's your story? What are you planning to do around here?
Well, to be honest, I'm not sure yet. I've always dreamt of having my own plot of land somewhere, set up a small farm and see how things go. I've experienced so many different types of farming around. I reckon I could make a good go at it.
Well, you seem keen and there's no shortage of opportunities in this part. Hard to find good stuff. Now, in this part of the shop is where we do a lot of maintenance on the equipment. We do a lot of our own work. So where are you staying at the moment?
Yeah, I've got a room in the motel down the road. It's not cheap, but it's a roof over my head. Whoa, nice ride. That yours?
Haha, that's Mr. M's. You should see the collection he has up at his place. One of the best around. And before you ask, no, he doesn't leave the keys unlike the excavator, and don't even think you'll ever get to drive it.
Haha. Yes, learnt my lesson there. Thanks again for not dobbing me in.
Look, I really need a hand around here. You seem keen, so keep your nose out of trouble, and you'll be fine.
I understand. Now, what's with the black container?
Don't worry about that. That's another of Mr. M's projects. Like I said, keep your nose out of trouble, and you'll be fine. Anyway, I've got things to do. Grab that broom, give the workshop a sweep out, and I'll see what else Mr. M has for you to do.
Well, I don't mind doing a bit of sweeping. I was going to say, better being inside, but looks like the rain's cleared. Rain stopped, which is nice, but we'll get this all swept out. A bit of dirt's come off the trucks, probably when they've been doing maintenance and things like that. Knock some dirt and debris out of the wheel arches and off the drivetrain and things like that, but it's not really too bad, is it? Driving in through here. We'll just brush it out over through the door. Get it all swept out. These containers fascinating me. Wonder what's in it. A CCTV camera up in the corner. And check out the size of those locks on it. Well, I guess he doesn't want my eyes prying in there. Whatever Mr. Manning's up to and whatever his project is, we'll leave it for him. Let's just keep on going. Get this all broomed out, cleaned out. And be spotless before you know it. Feels like a day of cleaning up for us though. Hopefully we get to do something else. Not sure what else, but hopefully we get to do something else. Certainly is a nice looking car. Wonder what else he has in his collection. Wonder if they're all late model cars like this or not. Be interesting to go and see it at some stage. A bit of a petrol head myself. Don't mind it. A good car?
Hey, careful around my cars. You'll be working for free for years to pay that off.
I'm being careful. Haven't even got that close to it yet.
Well, like I said, just be careful. Now go put that broom away. I've got a delivery for you to take care of. All that produce over there, some needs to go to the Applebee's over the bridge, and then some up to the steakhouse up the hill. And go and grab the Ford you just washed, get it loaded up, and get going.
Oh, yes sir. I was hoping I'd get out driving today.
Or just don't stuff it up. Take it nice and slow. The roads are still wet. Be careful over in Iowa. You can't trust that side of the river. And whatever you do, make sure you get the delivery docket signed.
Oh, yes sir. Trust me, you won't regret this.
Why did I know you were going to say that?
Alright, well let's go and grab the truck. Get it in here and get loaded up. We've got the 2 lettuces, he said the fresh produce. The 2 lettuces and the tomatoes. We have to figure out, I'm sure there'll be a delivery docket somewhere for what we're sending, where it's going. I think we'll use the smaller of the fork trucks over there. This one here. You can just see me backing into. That's a little bit heavy duty, probably more suited for these pieces of lumber, pallets of lumber and big rolls of paper and things like that. Honestly, all sorts is coming in and through this yard. Right, let's go and jump in the Ford. Now that we've made it nice and clean, let's go and enjoy it. Alright, Things cranked up. There we go. That sounds beautiful. Have a look. Not sure if we'll get swung around there or not, whether we have to reverse. Might just carefully nose our way around this way. We're definitely going to have to back up a little bit. Whoa, steady. Gosh, she gets up and goes. Put your foot down. Alright. Nose our way in here. I think I'm going to park up here against the seed, and that should give us enough space to be able to turn around and load these up on the back of the truck. Alright, that looks good. Leave that there. What do you reckon? Plenty of space. Right, let's go and grab the fork truck over here. Go and have a look at this. Well, can't say I've used one like this before. Looks like we've got a joystick there. There's not much to it. Little steering wheel. Let's get it turned on. It is electric, so it doesn't make much noise, but here we go. That one lifts the things up. I think got an option here. There we go. Moves the whole boom out, which is nice. Makes it much easier to reach into areas. Go pull that back, and we can adjust the width there on the forks. Now let's go gently. See about backing up this way. Perfect. Oh, let's be careful. We don't want to swing around and hit the truck. Right, forks down. Let's see about getting one of these lettuces picked up. At least they're going to make less of a mess if they drop than the tomatoes would. Right, get those all the way down to the ground. There we go. That looks like about the right height. Just gently nose in. Perfect. Getting it in. Not quite, down a little bit more. Go. Perfect. Right, lift that up. Backwards. And gently, without backing into the truck. Swung around. See, we should be able to lift this up. Get it up to the right height. Now, careful, we can line this up very close to the headboard. In fact, I think we'd probably even go a little bit closer, couldn't we? Yeah, that's a bit easier to judge. Boom right out the front there. Let's see, here we go. Careful, can't quite see on that left-hand edge. I think that must be about right. There we go. Alright, that's one done. We'll get the other two loaded up. We'll get some straps over them, and then we'll be on the road. That's the tomatoes on. We've got the 2 pallets of lettuces as well. I think we'll just carefully go and park back over where we were. Like Mr. Manning even opened the door for us. And what he's going to trust us to do. I'm sure I could have figured that one out. There we go. We'll leave that there. Make sure we turn it all off so the battery doesn't go flat. We'll jump out. I mean, it's pretty obvious. There's a button there. Up, down, and stop. I'm pretty sure we would have been able to figure that out. But anyhow, let's go and have a look. Throw a couple of straps over each of these so they don't go anywhere. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And there we go. Lettuces, tomatoes. Now, let's have a look. It should be, here they are, delivery dockets. So the lettuces and tomatoes heading to the Applebee's, and the other lettuce up to the restaurant on the hill. Let's hop in here, get things started up again, and we'll be on our way. Great to be able to get out and actually drive, do a delivery, and prove ourselves to Mr. Manning. I think this will go a long way to earning his trust. As long as we don't stuff it up. Right, I'm not even sure exactly which way we're going. All I know is we need to get over the bridge, over the river, which requires a bridge, and then find where the Applebee's is. Don't even know where that is, but I'm sure it'll be pretty clear. Well, here we are. We've made it across the city of McGregor in Iowa, and I knew it'd be easy to find, but there's the Applebee's right there in front of us. I'm not quite sure how we get into here. We'll try going down this street. No doubt the delivery dock is at the back of the store. More often than not, that is the case. This looks likely street here on the left, and here, like another truck in doing a delivery, or has done a delivery and parked up. Let's have a look. Rubbish bins. That looks like a delivery door there on the left. big roller door. That looks about right. Right, let's just pull up here. Park, so we're not blocking the footpath. Turn things off. Go in, have a look. If we can get these lettuces and tomatoes delivered. Alright, there you go. That's the lettuces and tomatoes all delivered. If I can just get you to sign the delivery docket there for us, just to say that everything I have brought over is correct. Awesome, thank you very much. Yeah, you might see a little bit more of me. I'm new here, but hopefully going to be out on the road a whole lot more. Working my way up to the big rigs, but you've got to do the small jobs right to get there. Yeah, you have a good day too. Thank you, we'll catch you later. Well, they seem like a nice person. Everyone we've come across has seemed pretty decent, really. Right, let's get a strap and two over the lettuces and go and find our way across to the other restaurant we're heading to. Now, I want to have a little bit of a look around here because it's our first time on this side of the river. Take a chance just to familiarise ourselves with everything. Head out down this way. Another fast food place, Wendy's there. Market over the road. Looks like a bit of a state building, doesn't it? County building. Probably a little bit of an office. Get on down this way. See what we can see as well. Tim Hortons, another restaurant up there on the left. Gosh, places all over the road. Wait for that red light. Wait for that to change to green before we go. Alright, ready? Let's go. That should be indicating on our way out here. Getting around to the left. BP up here. Plenty to see. Lots and lots around in this part of the world. Right, other traffic lights. Oh, that one's going green and we're turning left here, but did you get that pickup parked up? Is that for sale? Looks like it's got a for sale sign on it to me. I want to go and check that out. Let's just see. I wonder if we can just pull up here on the side of the road. Park up here on the verge. You'll know what I mind. We're only going to stop for a minute. Make sure we're far enough out of the way. Right, turn that off. Grab the keys. Make sure no one can take off with the truck. Mr. Manning would have a fit if he could see me just parking on the side of the road like that. We won't be long. Let's shoot back here and have a quick look at this pickup. Because we're in search for a ride and this could be it. Look at that. Oh. She's seen some miles, she has. Obviously, not a care in the world from the current owner, because you'd think if you were trying to get the best money for this, you'd give it a good wash and clean at the very least. Still got dirt on it, but looks pretty stock. Nothing special on the bumpers. Off-road tyres, which is nice. Everything else in there looks pretty stock though. Have a look in the back. No fifth wheel or anything. It does have a trailer hitch though. That's good to have. Let's just have a look and see if we can see inside. Not too much to see in there. Can't read anything on the odometer. Doesn't seem to be anything that tells us how many Ks or anything it's done, but I'd say looking at its condition, it's done a fair few. $7 grand they want for it. Well, we haven't really talked about the money, but we're not doing that well at the moment. We've got $3 grand in our bank account. That was our last couple of months' wages we took off the barge. Obviously still waiting to get paid by Mr. Manning, but that'll come. But we are having to pay for the hotel at the same time, the motel room. That's costing us $150 a night, so it's going to add up pretty quick. So we do need to be mindful of that and make sure we have enough money, but $7 grand, I reckon we can talk them down. I'm going to take the guy's number, give him a call a little bit later on, and see what we can do. See if we can come up with some sort of deal. This would be perfect. Look at it, the sun's glistening on the bumper there, on the chrome. That's just a bit of a sign. Right, let's keep going. We don't want to be parked up here for too long. Wildlife everywhere around here. Alright, just checking behind. Nothing coming. Wing mirrors are clean. There we go. Let's head on. Back over the river. Back to the other side. Watch Mr. Manning and tell us the better side. I'm not going to go and create any enemies whether we're on the Iowan or the Wisconsin side of the river, but we're heading off to the restaurant, and if I'm not mistaken, the red roof up there on the side of the hill where we're going. Looks like a beautiful spot. Must be some view back down over the river. Right, let's carry on. Get on up there and see if we can find it. Oh, it's a bit of a haul up here. Right, road closed up here in front of us, so I'm assuming it's this lane here up on the right. There's a driveway and entrance up here. The indicator on. Head in this way. Right, turn in here. Head on up. Logging operations ahead. Well, that's an interesting sign to have on the way to a restaurant, but Pretty sure this is the way. Get on up here. Gosh, it's a bit of a haul. Look at how steep it is. Must be a good restaurant if people are prepared to head up this way to go and dine. We'll carry on. We'll get up there and we'll see what it's about. Look at this tight switchback. All the way around. Imagine bringing a logging truck up here. One thing Mr. Manning doesn't seem to have, any logging trucks, unless they're all out and about. I didn't ask. I don't like prying too much. He'll share what he wants to share when he wants to share it. Like I said, we need to earn his trust probably before that'll happen, but let's carry on up here and see what we can find. Well, what's this up here on the left? Ah, logging operations. It's a sawmill. That makes sense. Like I said, a bit of a haul up here bringing a logging truck. Head on over around this way. The restaurant must be down this way a little bit further. A fire lookout up the end there. What's that? Little trailer home. Interesting. Is anyone living in it at the moment? Here's the restaurant. A Red Wagon Grill. Let's go in here. Get this delivered. We might inquire about that place. And just be a little bit nosy. If we can get a place like that though, that would be perfect for us. Alright, backed in here. Don't want to park in the accessible car park, but park there, that looks about right. And we'll go and see if anyone's around. Hey, delivery driver.
Finally, I thought you weren't going to make it before opening again. Ah, hi. Richard's got a new driver, I see.
Richard? Oh, you mean Mr. Manning. Didn't pick him as a dick.
Don't call him that, he hates it.
Alright, thanks for the tip. I'm Dan, but most people just call me Argsy.
Nice to meet you, Dan. So, you're new around here then?
Yeah, first day today. Was working the barges but got fed up with the long, boring trips. Plus, I was putting on too much weight with all that sitting around.
Well, you'll burn that off pretty quickly working for Richard. He's a really tough boss.
So I hear. Excuse me for being a bit forward, but on the way in I spotted the trailer over the way there. Any idea if anyone's living in it?
No, it's empty at the moment. Hasn't been anyone living in there for ages. My parents owned the land and had someone living in there who'd worked in the sawmill. But when they passed years ago, the worker moved on. Are you looking for somewhere?
Yeah, I'm stuck in the motel in town at the moment. But if I'm going to stay here, then we'll be looking for somewhere more permanent.
Well, I could let it to you. Would be about $300 a week. I need someone who can do some maintenance around here too. Restaurant, lawns, gardens. So if you're interested.
Let me think about it. Not sure how many hours I'm going to be working with Dick. But if I can make it work, it sounds like a great deal.
No rush. Like I said, it's empty. Been that way for a long time. Having someone help around here would be really good.
Well, I better get this unloaded and get back to the yard. Nice to meet you.
Amy. Amy Thomas.
Well, nice to meet you, Amy Thomas.
Nice to meet you as well, Dan.
Well, she seemed nice as well. Lots of lovely people around here. That trailer though, that would be perfect for us. It's all we need. There's only me. Need somewhere to sleep. And like I said, beautiful spot up here. Not sure about the whole working for the restaurant though. I mean, yeah, it is looking a bit unkept. Could do with a tidy up, but I don't know how many hours we're going to be working with Dick. Richard. We'll find out, but check out this area. She mentioned her parents owned it. All those trees in there. That could be cleared out. We could make that into a little bit of a farm. Bit of land in there. Cut in some fields. Get a tractor. Lots to ponder. What do you reckon? Is it worth it? Think we should explore it? I mean, it is what we wanted to do up here. I'll give it some thought.
Well, our traveller has negotiated his first day on the job, but not before almost ruining his chances by trying to take a shortcut. After being trusted to run the food delivery route, a chance encounter leads to an offer of accommodation. While tempting, could the obligation to work 2 jobs overwhelm Dan? Or could this be the key to the future? Until next time.